Fuel subsidy removal, a battle for survival. In the heart of a bustling city, frustration and desperation fill the air. The imminent removal of fuel subsidies has thrust the nation into chaos, as citizens scramble to secure their share of the dwindling fuel supply. The chaos persists as motorists anxiously wait in snaking lines towards the nearest gas station, eager to secure the diminishing fuel reserves. It's a battle against time and uncertainty, where every minute spent in line is a reminder of the impending crisis. For years, the government has subsidized fuel importation, benefiting a select few. Fluctuating fuel supplies have led to price hikes by petroleum marketers, causing hardship for the citizens. Now, a new government takes office, promising to remove fuel subsidies to allocate funds for vital infrastructure projects. The president declares, "We can no longer bear the weight of fuel subsidies while our nation's infrastructure crumbles before us. The time has come for us to invest in a better future." However, we understand the concerns of the citizens and will ensure measures are in place to ease the transition. The citizens expect relief measures to accompany this decision. But whispers of a hidden agenda start to circulate. A resident, Mrs. Johnson, voiced concerns about the removal of fuel subsidies, suggesting hidden motives or undisclosed factors. Some believe that the impending removal of subsidies without solid post-implementation plans could exacerbate our hardships. Rumors suggest a government parastatal will monopolize fuel imports, leaving other marketers at a disadvantage. According to a business owner, fuel subsidy removal is expected to raise fuel prices, impacting operating costs and profitability. If the fuel prices skyrocket as anticipated, it will have a ripple effect on transportation costs and essential goods. We need clarity and support to survive this upheaval. According to economist Dr. Peterson, removing fuel subsidies is necessary for economic growth despite short-term disruptions. The funds saved can be channeled into infrastructure development, creating jobs and improving the overall quality of life. The Minister of Finance, Mrs. Helen, acknowledged the concerns raised by small business owners. She stated that they are implementing targeted relief measures, such as tax incentives and low-interest loans, to support the transition of small business owners. At the same time, removing subsidies will free up funds for vital infrastructure projects, benefiting the entire nation. In another twist, investigative journalist Ms. Collins discovered potential collusion between the government agency and select petroleum marketers, suggesting unfair advantages and price manipulation. Transparency and accountability must be ensured to protect the interests of the citizens. In response, a government spokesperson, Mr. Boo-Boo, categorically denied any allegations of collusion. He claims that the removal of fuel subsidies aims to create a level playing field and eradicate corruption. The government remains committed to transparency and will investigate any claims of misconduct. As arguments for and against the fuel subsidy removal intensify, citizens are left grappling with uncertainty. Mrs. Bula, a resilient small business owner, articulates her apprehensions regarding potential hardships, while economists like Dr. Peterson advocate for long-term economic growth. The call for unity and accountability resonates with the citizens, sparking a movement of collective action. People from all walks of life join together, determined to hold the government accountable and protect their rights. Labour Union representative Ms. Lawal expressed solidarity with the citizens, highlighting that the removal of fuel subsidies without sufficient measures in place will impose burdens on the working class. If necessary, we will go on a warning strike to protect the rights and well-being of our members. As tensions rise, the Labour Union adds its voice to the outcry. Ms. Lawal, the Labour Union representative, warns of a potential strike if the government fails to address the adverse effects on the working class. A commuter, Mrs. Adams, is of the opinion that the removal of fuel subsidies will have a domino effect on transportation costs. Mr. Ali, as a daily commuter, I worry about the increased fares and the added financial strain on my already limited budget. The government must consider the impact on ordinary citizens like me. It is evident that the strain on transportation costs will directly impact his daily expenses, while also amplifying the struggles faced by ordinary citizens. In an interview, Mr. Adamu, a senior government official, implored the populace, emphasizing that the short-term challenges are a necessary step towards achieving economic stability. We are committed to implementing targeted relief programs to cushion the impact on vulnerable segments of society. He asserted that this decision would result in enduring advantages for all citizens. The government assures the public that targeted relief programs will be implemented to support those most affected. As the debate rages on, the streets come alive with protests, echoing the voices of discontent. News headlines capture the nation's divided opinions, and the public continues to express their concerns and demands for a fair and just resolution. The battle for survival intensifies as the government faces mounting pressure to reconsider its decision. The fate of the fuel subsidy removal rests in the hands of the citizens, who strive for transparency, accountability, and a better future for all. A student activist named Parker emphasized the message, "Silence is violence," highlighting the importance of speaking out against the impact on their future. It's time for the youth to rise and demand a just and transparent system. We won't let corruption dictate our destiny. In another development, opposition party leader Ms. Collins reiterated that the removal of fuel subsidies without proper safeguards only favors a few, leaving the majority of people to suffer. Our party stands with the people, advocating for a comprehensive plan that considers the impact on every citizen. We demand accountability from the government. Their call for accountability echoes through the political landscape. A journalist, in a recorded statement, reports that the public outcry is intensifying as citizens express their frustrations and demand immediate action from the government. The labor union's warning strike deadline looms closer, adding to the mounting pressure. The president affirms, "I am attentive to the voices of the people, and I acknowledge their concerns. We will reassess the implementation of fuel subsidy removal and work towards a fair and inclusive solution. We are committed to dialogue and finding common ground." The nation now awaits further developments and hopes for a resolution that balances the interests of both the government and the citizens. The future of fuel subsidies remains uncertain, but the ongoing discussions and the voices of the people continue to shape the path forward. This is just the beginning of our fight for a transparent and accountable system. The removal of fuel subsidies has shed light on the need for greater transparency and accountability in our governance. It is a powerful reminder that the people hold the power to shape their envisioned future. Let it fuel our collective determination to create a future that serves everyone. Let us keep pushing for progress. Together, we will continue to hold the government accountable and advocate for the well-being of our fellow citizens.